Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to Release Your Inner Power. I'm your girl, Shauna B, and this is episode 2 of season 3. We are in phase 1 where we're slowing down, checking in, and today we're talking about something I know you have felt before because this is real. This is real life and over here, running on empty. You know that feeling when you've been giving and giving and giving and doing, and suddenly you realize you got nothing left. You got nothing left in that tank. Yeah, we're going there. We're going there. But don't worry, I'm not leaving you drained, okay? By the end of this episode, you're going to have some quick ways to refuel, reset, and get back to feeling like you again. I want to tell you about one of the times I hit empty where I was running on fumes. It was a few years ago. I was juggling way too much. I mean, work, kids, the house, trying to be the strong one for everyone. And on the outside, I totally looked fine. I was still showing up. I was still smiling. But on the inside, I was a car running on fumes, the gaslight blinking and dinging at me. And I was saying to myself, still, I can make it just a little bit further. What? Just pushing it aside. I can make it just a little bit further. And how long have I been doing that? How long did I push it aside? Right? And then one day it hit me. I was standing in the kitchen and I look over at the sink and there's dishes like full, when it starts coming out and onto the counter, like maybe it should have been done like a day ago. And I just lost it. I started crying, not because of the dishes, but because I was done. I was done. I had nothing left. Nothing left. It was a total wake up call to me. I had been ignoring and pushing aside the signs that my body and my mind were giving me for who knows how long. And now I'm paying for it, right? Looking at the sink, like, let's be real, looking at the sink full of dishes and losing it, clearly, right? It's not the dishes. We do those all the time. Clearly something's up. Time for me to pay attention, right? And I know you've totally been there too, right? It might not be the kitchen with the dishes, like my situation, right? It can feel like something completely out of the blue, out of nowhere, but that moment where your body says, girl, we cannot keep doing this. We cannot keep doing this. So how do you know that you're running on empty? Before you're crying about the dishes in the kitchen, right? Here are some signs, but first, I want you to check in with yourself. I want you to take a second. I want you to ask yourself if this is truly been you this week, today, maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Has any of this come up for you, right? Maybe you were also crying about dishes. Maybe it was something else. And you were just over it and you were done. Is this you, right? I'm going to give you some more things to check, to kind of look inward a little bit. I'm going to ask you some questions. Are any of these you? Okay. You're snapping at everybody. Like the smallest thing set you off. Maybe the Wi-Fi is being too slow. Or maybe you're sitting down with your partner or maybe your kiddos and their chewing is just like too loud and stop chewing like that. Right? That's not you. That's your empty tank talking. Or maybe you feel foggy. You're just in this fog. You can't remember, what did I walk in this room for? Or maybe you read the same text message or email like 3 times because when you're finished, you totally forgot what you just read. This is your brain waving a white flag like, hello, hello, right? Maybe everything feels super heavy. Even the things that don't normally feel like a chore are feeling way too much. They're feeling big, that you just can't. That's a big clue that you're depleted. Maybe you're disconnected from yourself. You don't even know what you want to eat, what you're even feeling, or what even could make you happy right now, right? That's a huge red flag. That's like a meh, meh. That's like the light going off, like when my tank was empty and the light was beeping, same thing. Huge red flag. Maybe your body is screaming with headaches, stomach issues, fatigue. Our bodies keep the score, okay? And they will let us know when we are overdue for hitting that pause button or filling ourselves back up. So, if any of this has hit home where you're like, that's me, or nodding your head, or like, yep, yep, my friend, that is your sign. That is your sign that you are running on fumes, that you are running on empty. And let's flip that. Let's flip that because if we get too burnt out, you can be stuck there for a long time, right? So let's flip that. How do you refill your cup when you are running on fumes? And I'm not talking about like a 2 week vacation in Hawaii, though. Hello. If you can do that, go for it, right? That's a good like reset. But I'm talking about quick, doable shifts that you can do right now from wherever you are, whenever you're, whatever you're doing, however you're feeling. Okay. You can take a 10-minute pause. And if 10 minutes is too much, pick the minutes. Just take the pause. Go outside, take a breath. No phone, no multitasking, just you and the air. You and the air, my friend. You'd be shocked what the 10 minutes can do. Maybe it's 5, maybe it's 2 minutes. You will be shocked at what those minutes can do. Drink water before you drink your coffee. It sounds so simple, right? But dehydration is such a contributor to exhaustion. It makes you feel 10 times worse when you are dehydrated. So refuel your body first before the coffee. This one was huge for me. I didn't realize it till I did it, and it made a huge difference. Way less fog, and I had more energy just by drinking a certain amount of water every morning before I even drink my coffee. Try saying no to something because protecting your energy is refueling yourself. So, what's one thing that you can drop, or maybe you need to delegate it today? What is one of those things that you can do? Move your body, not a workout that you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do this workout. Not that. Just a stretch, just a little dance in your kitchen, putting on that music, especially if I'm going to age myself right now, but especially if you're from the 90s, blasting that. There's only one volume. You got to blast that 90s music and you can clean. Might take you a little bit longer, but you're going to have fun doing it. And you're dancing, right? Maybe you just need to take a walk around your neighborhood or around the block, or if you're in an office, in your office, make a loop. Movement shifts your energy. You're moving it. It's moving out of you through that body movement. Reconnect to joy, to happiness. Do one thing that lights you up, even if it's silly. Listen to your favorite throwback song. Call a friend that makes you laugh, right? I don't know, paint your nails a bright color like neon green or pink or whatever color is your favorite bright color that reconnects you to your happiness, to your joy. That will refuel you. It seems so small, but it has so much power there, right? Now, here's the truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. There's nothing there to pour, my friend. But you also don't need to wait until you're bone dry to fill it back up. This season right now that we're in, phase 1 is all about slowing down and checking in. So I want to leave this episode with you knowing 2 things. 1, if you've been running on empty, you are not alone. There's many, many, many people out there that are running on empty. I have personally been there. So many women that I have coached have been there. And there is no shame in that. There's no shame in that. Number two, you have the power right now to refuel today in small little ways that stack on each other and make a big difference. So here's your little challenge for the week. Pick one refuel, filling yourself up practice and actually do it today, not tomorrow, today. Even if it's just the 10 minutes to breathe, even if it's just I'm going to paint my nails that fabulous color, right? And when you do, I want you to notice how different you feel, even if it's a tiny little shift. Notice what you're noticing. That's the beginning of filling your tank back up. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And if this episode spoke to you, share it with a friend who might be running on empty too. And remember, slowing down doesn't mean you're falling behind. It means you're fueling up for the next part of your journey. So until next time, keep shining, keep checking in, and keep releasing that inner power. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, learned something new, or got some gems to take away that will boost your week. I release a new episode each week, so make sure to click that follow button to not miss what is coming next. If you love the show or want to share a story, send me a quick message. I love hearing from listeners. If you know someone who needs this episode in their life, go ahead and share it with them. I'm sure they would love you for it. If you are looking to connect more, check out the show notes for all the social links, my website. I would love to hear how this episode helped you and what you loved about it. If there's a topic you want to hear about, send that too. All right, ladies, now is the time to release your inner power. Are you feeling like you're behind or something's off or you've tried to do something new and you just can't get on that wagon? You just keep falling off? Guess what? You're human and life doesn't follow a perfect timeline. Maybe the year didn't start the way that you hoped. Maybe your goals got buried under real life stuff. But here's the truth. You're allowed to begin again anytime you want, whether it's July, September, December, January. Progress doesn't have a deadline. That's why now is the perfect time to join Empower Her. We meet you where you are, help you build momentum, and remind you that you don't have to do this alone. There's still so much time left. Let's make it count together.